So hey there, I'm here with Chele Titus, owner of Dress to a T Boutique, and she has graciously offered to take this time to kind of walk us through her before and after of what she went through before coming in and going through my program and everything. So what I wanted to first ask you, Chele, welcome, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
What I wanted to first ask you is, what was your situation before we worked together?
My situation was that I was a brand new business owner. I hadn't been open even, I think it might have been 6 months when we met. And I kind of felt stuck. I didn't know where to turn or how to make my business grow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and financially, would you mind sharing with us like where you were financially?
Yeah, I obviously, because I've never owned a business before, my predictions and my projections and everything were way off, and I was kind of running out of money. I
Yeah.
had about 2 or 3 months, and I would have had to close the doors because of my predictions. That, yeah, like I said, they were so off.
Yeah.
I mean, we were growing, but just not fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I wanted to mention that because it's like, yeah, when we first got on our call together, the initial breakthrough session, you had mentioned like, I'm feeling like if I don't figure this out soon
yeah,
and quickly, then I'm gonna have to shut the doors.
yeah.
And so I wanted people out there to know that you don't have to choose that option, right? Like
Right, right. I was in tears. I just didn't know, and I didn't want to fail. I don't like to fail. I know in my heart that I could do this, and I just had to learn how to do it. That's really
Yeah.
it. It's just learn the best way to do it, and
And
it
quickly.
really, yeah, came through.
Yeah, so you said that you were stuck. So what did that really feel like, being stuck?
I didn't know which way to turn. I didn't know what was going to be the best use of my time, and what was going to help make my business grow,
Yeah.
how
So
to get there.
yeah,
So
yeah. So many people are going through that, especially right now.
yeah.
So tell us, like, what is it that you do?
I own a bridal and formal wear consignment store in Michigan, and we also do alterations. So everything is off the rack, and then we have alterations on the side, which is kind of rare because most bridal shops don't want to deal with the alterations, and so they farm it out to another place or independent people. But we have those people right on staff, so if somebody is asking questions about um, a dress or what can be done to a dress, we have the knowledge right there. So
Yeah, it's amazing.
yeah.
So what results did you see after going through the program? You were in that space, then you went through the program. What
Yep.
results did you see?
What results did I see? I saw that I finally had a path.
Mm.
I really finally had a path, and it was a path that doesn't necessarily, it's not a one-time thing. It
No.
can go for so many, it's so versatile that it can address this area and then on one shot, and then this area on another shot. And it just really took me to being able to have that blueprint of how to market the business and how to move it forward and really become a thriving business.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, because the last thing you shared, I think in the group, was that one of the main results you saw was, or that you posted in there was, I'm hiring and I'm
Yeah,
growing, right?
I know. Even with this shutdown, I'm hiring people because I need more people.
Yeah, so it's like, nothing is stopping you. You become adaptable. You've
Yep.
got the knowledge now. You can see it so clearly,
Yep.
right? Those are
I
some
can.
great
I can.
results.
And it's amazing when people are asking me questions now. I've done the work and I know what my ideal client is. I know how to respond to that rather than feeling kind of weird about selling certain things, in the shop. I'm like, I have that confidence and I know that this is going to work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, then great. Let me refer you to somewhere else that can meet those needs. It's not about selling, it's about meeting the needs,
Yeah, it sounds like
providing the results.
yeah. And it
Yeah,
sounds like you've gained a lot of confidence
I
out of
really
all that
have.
training too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. What other results have you gotten?
Um, I've been able to look at all the different aspects of my business, like my website, for example. I mean, it's huge, especially now with everything going on. The need to have that online presence, but to have the wording correctly and being able to get my thoughts out to the public and being able to just showcase what I can do
Yeah.
and what results I can provide for people
Yeah.
and how I can help them through their fears and all of that, their insecurities in buying a dress. And it's a big purchase, and you
Yeah.
don't do it but once in your life, or that's the goal anyway, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know what
Definitely.
you don't know, and we're the experts, and we can definitely help.
Yeah. That makes total sense. So
Mhm.
are you happy with them? Are you happy with those results?
I am. I have a lot more work to do. I went through the path once, and now I'm starting it over again so that I can just fine tune until I get exactly what I'm looking for. And then, who knows? Life will change, and I'll do it again.
Yeah. But
It's
the cool
it's
thing
it's
is that,
amazing.
yeah. And then the cool thing is that you're not just stuck with that one thing. If you change your mind or whatever, you can just adapt it to the next thing, right? So it pays
Yep.
over and over again.
Yep. And you can, and like with what I was able to do, I focused on my alterations department
Mm-hmm.
and getting those, how we can help in that area. But now I'm applying it to the selling floor. And then I'm going to apply it to, well, right now I'm actually doing the website and making sure that everything is there and up and running. But definitely, I mean, it's just, there's so many aspects to the business that I can use this blueprint on, that it really is beneficial. And I love the support that comes afterwards too in the group,
Yeah.
because
Good.
you can still ask questions and get all that feedback.
That's right. That's absolutely true. Yeah, you still have the support beyond that,
Mhm.
and I love how you're adapting it. You've got the tools. You've
Yeah.
got the tool now. It's like riding a bike. They're not going to go away. You
Yep.
know what they
No,
are, right?
it's great.
Because before you didn't know what you didn't know, what you said, and now it's so
Mhm.
crystal clear. It's like, okay, now I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do that. Oh, this COVID thing happened. Now I'm going to just shift to here, and
Just
it'll.
shift, and then and when
Yeah,
you're shifting, you just follow that blueprint again,
that's right.
and you just
Exactly.
do it again.
Simple.
Yeah.
So, did you have any fears before investing in me?
It
Do you remember?
a little bit, because I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And honestly, the first couple of times, the first couple of lessons on the modules, it was like, what am I doing? I'm not getting the results that I want. But then honestly, after, I think it was after the second one and we moved into the third one, it started to make sense. And then by the time we were in 5 and 6, it was like, oh my gosh, this is so nice.
That's
And
right.
it really does make sense once you get through it all. But when
Yeah.
you're struggling and you're hurting and you just want it fixed now, it is
Mhm.
hard to go through those first couple of modules, but
It's true.
it's it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
And
So,
whenever anybody asks me a question about it, because I've been private messaged a couple of times from people,
oh,
I
yeah.
just tell them, you got to do it. You just go through the whole thing step by step, and it will make sense and it will work.
Thank you. Appreciate you referring me to
Yeah,
other people. It's really nice.
yeah,
But yeah, I
definitely.
mean, you know, it's going to help them, right? So,
Yeah. Well, and it's not something, I don't endorse things unless I know that they work. And it's this is something that definitely it makes a lot of sense. It's very easy to do. I mean, it's hard work, but it's
yeah.
easy and simple.
Yeah.
It's not some complicated formula and all of that. It just, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
straightforward.
Exactly. And that's what I say on the initial call. It's not easy, but it's simple, step
Hmm.
by step, you just follow it. And yeah, I mean, those first two modules are in 2 weeks. And most, statistically, it's 3 to 5 years for for
Right.
50% of businesses to succeed. And then we've got, 2 weeks in, you're a little bit, and then 8 weeks, you finish the program, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
it really saves a lot of time and a lot of money.
It really
So
does. It's almost like somebody's holding your hand.
I'm glad you felt that way. Yeah, that's what I want people to feel. You know, I really want to provide that support and the accountability and really get people, you know, take all the guesswork out of it and get people the results that they, that they really want to get. So what would you say, what did we do well to get you the results we did?
I liked having the packets. I liked the support. The videos, you go through everything very clearly. Each week, if you have a question, you know, obviously you're available through the Facebook group, and that Facebook group is really definitely something that is beneficial, because if you get stuck, then there is support throughout, and I really like it.
Good. What's a tip you have to get to where you were, like to get you to where you are from where you were? What's a tip you could give?
Be honest.
Yeah.
If you're not honest with yourself and with everybody else in the group and on the calls, taking advantage of the calls and doing the work, and then you're not going to get as much out of it. If you want to hide everything and, oh, it's not so bad, and just try to do it on your own, you're not going to get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, being honest with yourself and with the group is definitely the biggest tip I would have.
That's a great tip. So what did you try in the past that didn't work?
Doing it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why?
I found you pretty early on, so
Thank
I didn't go through a lot of other things before, you know.
Yeah, you didn't have to suffer too long.
No.
That's good. Thank
Yeah.
goodness. Well, you found me at the perfect time, and that's what I tell everybody. It's always a perfect time, you know, when I show up.
It is, and it's almost like through life you get led in different directions when you need it the most, and it will show up. The help will show up.
Yes.
If you're willing to go out there and do it.
Yep. Love it. I love it. So do you have any parting advice?
Just be brave. You can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have faith in every one of you that wants to sign up with other, and just you've got it within yourself.
Yeah.
But Heather just helps you bring it out.
So. Thank you so much, Chele. I know a lot of people are going to really appreciate you sharing, you know, what you got out of the course and the program. And I mean, you did your very best, and you got.
And I know that there's some things that I wasn't able to complete. I don't have the pop-up thing on my website and all of that created, but it's something that's coming, you know.
Yep.
But there are huge pieces that I was able to do, and it made a huge difference.
I love it. I'm so happy.
You know, yes, we were coming into busy season, but you know, the first week of March I did $6,000.
Yay, that's so wonderful.
And even with the shutdown for a week, little over a week, at the end of March, I ended the month at $11,000.
That's it.
So I'm that much closer to making it, you know.
That's how it goes. So you went from almost closing the doors to, in a few months, in $6,000, $11,000 months.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Well, and my February was 18,000.
I love it.
So I mean, we were definitely killing it, and I know that we would have been up in that upper range too if we just had that extra time. And
without this whole pandemic happening. So even though that happened, you know, even though you were closed, you know, you were still able to turn it around quickly. Really record time.
Yeah, and I'm just, and again, even through this, I'm using the blueprint to recreate what I can do even through this. And other than just, you know, before I would have thrown up my hands and been like, this just isn't for me, but I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to thrive, and it'll just be amazing.
Yay, you're amazing. I'm so happy for you. I'm so grateful that you're here. And thank you so much. It's going to help a lot of people who are feeling stuck, who are feeling like they're spinning their wheels, who are feeling like they're like trying to piece everything together and throw stuff up on the wall to see what sticks, you know, and just wasting.
Most people they say, I wish somebody would just tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And it's something you do is you just, with your whole thing, is like, do this and you'll get the results.
That's right.
And it's so true.
Simple. Yeah. And it's like, I know, you know, like I've seen it over and over again since 1996. So it's like, I see the pattern. Right. Don't do what these unsuccessful people do. Do what these successful people do. I created this program because I know there's so many people like you out there that need it, that are suffering, that are thinking I'm going to have to close up shop, that don't even know where to start, you know, spinning their wheels 12 hours a day, you know, and then they take the program and look at 18,000 in 1 month, 6,000 in another month, 11,000. Did I have those? 9,000?
6,000 was in a week.
Oh, 6,000 in a week. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Even better. I love it.
Yeah, kicked it up that far.
You threw it out of the water. That's so amazing. Good for you, Chele. Incredible. Well, you deserve it. You know, you're working really hard. You're focused. You're heart-centered. And you were, I mean, you did the work. You did what it takes. You just needed a little bit of guidance and support and accountability. And here you are. Amazing.
I just needed a guide.
Yep. Yay.
You know, one thing I was thinking about that might help is when we got farther along and in a couple of the calls, you'd mentioned something about, do you remember your call that we talked about this? I was in tears. I don't remember that call. And to have a recording of that would be kind of nice to look back and say, you know, this is where I came from.
Oh, yeah. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be really fun to look back and
see how far you come. See how much you've grown.
Yeah.
I kind of want to listen to it now too. I know. Before and after.
That would be something that would be really interesting. I mean, at least in my book, to people, they might want to kind of reflect back. But I would love to hear my call.
Okay. Yeah, I can send that to you.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I'm there for you if you need me. Just post it in the group if you have any other questions about anything. And I'm so happy for you and really, I feel proud almost, like a proud mama that you're like how adaptable you're being in these times, you know? It's amazing.